What's up, boys and girls? I'm Chip from the Digital Grandstand, and welcome to a brand new series. Cards on the table here. When I first started the YouTube channel, I've dived straight into the 2017 F1 season with predictions and review videos. But I've realized since that for someone relatively new to F1, or someone who looks to learn more really about Formula One, terms like race strategy, driving styles, tire compounds are not easily accessible. So, after a friend of mine asked me a surprisingly simple question, I've decided to start this Formula Watt series. The question was, why do I watch Formula One? As simple as they come, really. This series will look to explain Formula One from a fan's perspective to someone to a non-fan, or to someone who looks to get accustomed to Formula One. The short answer that I thought at the time to give was that I watch Formula One because, to me, it's entertaining. But that's sort of a vague statement. You can say it's entertaining virtually about anything these days: films, TV series, other sports, games. Everything and anything is entertaining these days. As for Formula One, why do I find it interesting? First of all, if you do a quick Google search about Formula One, you will find statements like it's the pinnacle of motorsport, or it's the grand circus, or it's the queen of motorsport. What? Those are just statements. Those don't tell me anything about Formula One, the sport. Those are ridiculous descriptions. It's almost like going into a cake shop and asking the man or woman behind the desk, what's that cake like? And he or she will go, it's the best cake you will find anywhere in the world. It's the pinnacle of bakery. What the fuck? You're not telling me anything with that. If anything, it makes the seller look like a total prick for imposing his opinion on that cake. But yeah, enough of the cakes. Back to Formula One. With hindsight, the best answer I can give to why do I watch Formula One is because, to me, Formula One is like a game of chess done at 200 miles an hour, where anything can happen at any time. It's not an ideal answer. It's sort of ambiguous, a bit convoluted. It doesn't do F1 that much justice. If anything, it raises even more questions. But let's take a step back and get the bottom of this. When someone thinks of Formula One, the first thing that springs to mind is cars going round the circuit very fast. But that sounds so boring. Why would anyone sit there watching cars going around the circuit for 1.5 hours, maybe more? Those cars are ridiculously expensive. They're being driven by tremendously talented persons that, when you think about it, it almost makes you feel bad that you don't have such a talent. Now, with that in mind, Ask yourself the same sort of question when watching the, let's say, the latest Marvel film. Why are we spending 2 hours, usually more, watching some superheroes beat the devil out of some bad guys? Tell you why. It's entertaining. Watching a Marvel film or any film, for that matter, doesn't require much effort. One just sits there in the cinema or in front of the small screen, watching special effects and ridiculously overpaid actors, doing their thing, and time flies by. 2 hours or more. It's baffling, really, that spending that much time watching a film is acceptable, but watching less than that of Formula One racing is incomprehensible sometimes. Especially in the times we're living in, the Millennial-era. Instant gratification and attention spans that last less than a cup of coffee. And we choose to spend hours watching blockbusters from which we don't really learn that much. For me, and this is another thing, for me, this is very important. I learn more from watching a Formula One race than from watching anything else. It combines so many things: guts, cunningness, strategy, endurance, consistency, precision, speed, innovation. The list goes on. The racer, the pit crew are working in such harmony together in F1 that it really becomes a team sport when you think of it. I'll do a different video in which I'll explain everyone's role in a Formula One team. At the end of the day, it comes to a very simple resolution: the taste. Watch whatever entertains you. Watch whatever you like. That's the main idea. But don't start with the presumption that F1 is boring or that you don't understand it. Give it a try. Learn a tiny whiny bit of it, watch maybe, and then decide if it's still boring or not. That's the main takeaway. I know it's a rather convoluted subject. But what makes you watch Formula One, or more importantly, what do you think of this sport? Are you a fan? Are you a non-fan? Are you looking forward to getting into this F1 gig? Is it cool? Is it boring? Does it make you feel entertained, or does it help with with insomnia? Let me know in the comment sections. I've been Chip. You can find me on Twitter at chip_DGS. And this was the very first Formula What. Don't forget to like, share, and check back soon for more F1 related content. Or you can always subscribe.